Here we are. It's October 20, oh my gosh, 27th, 2021. And my name is Sarah McLean, and I'm so happy you're here today. We meditate every Wednesday here on Zoom. And if you're listening to this in recording, you can always join us live just by going to my website, McLeanmeditation.com, and just signing up for the link. It's free, it's fun. And today we're finding out why people do join us. A lot of various reasons, whether it's to get centered, to continue to gain the benefits of being responsive rather than reactive, whether it's to have a moment of community. We have right now, gosh, I know if you're watching this on a video, you can't see, but we have 47 people joining us right now and more keep coming in. And it's a really sweet community. We've been doing this for over a year. And I'm sitting here in Santa Barbara where it's glorious and the fires are over, the rain came. It's like a beautiful, fresh day. So today I thought we could, first of all, I wanted to talk to you about the 3 ways that mindfulness trains your attention. I was looking actually on an article that came out last week. Let me see. I think it was from Forbes, don't quote me, but it talked about 3 ways to become very focused in your life. And one of the ways is by practicing mindfulness, like that's some sort of secret. Another way is to stop multitasking. So you probably heard of this before, but is to monotask, right? Or unitask. Many of us think that we're really, really good at switching the brain from one activity to another. But what we're finding is, or what brain scientists are finding is, really and truly your brain is incapable of doing 2 things at once, two activities that require your direct experience network. You could do a road activity and, like folding towels or something and solve the world's problems. That you can do, or take a shower and plan the rest of your day. But you can't solve the world's problems and plan the rest of your day at the same time because your brain is unable to do 2 cognitive tasks at the same time that require that problem solving or direct experience network. So I was just reading this, and it's so obvious, to take mindful breaks during the day, to do one thing at a time, to turn your attention inward. And so I wanted to start our conversation today, or our meditation today, with a mindfulness practice. And I know you know what a mindfulness practice is, but for those of you who don't, mindfulness means paying attention in a deliberate way, on purpose, in the present moment, that's here and now, on purpose, and refraining from judgment. So as you're sitting right here, you can bring mindfulness into this moment by tuning in to what's going on right now, whether it's your body, your environment, the emotions that might be flowing through your body and the sensations that might be flowing through your body, the movements, the sounds, just anything that's happening right now. And noticing with a gentle, non-judgmental attention. Now that's mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is a way of life. It's a way of being. It's a practice that you do every day to cultivate this way of being. So you're a better listener. You're better at doing one thing at a time. You're more self-aware, and you're more present. So that's the practice of everyday mindfulness. Now, the way that many of us develop that is through mindfulness meditation. Now, not all meditations are mindful. Some of them are future focused, some are past focused, but mindfulness meditation are specific meditations that help you to be here now. And what is here right now? Your breath, your body, your life, the sensory input, all of that is right here, right now. It's not happening somewhere else. And I would go as far as to say that you are the universe in motion. You are the universe in motion in this very moment. It's not happening to other people. It's happening to you. You are the exact expression of the universe in motion right now. And that might be hard to grasp because the universe is so massive. But what if everything that's happening right now, expressed through you as you, is exactly as it should be? With mindfulness, you start to recognize that you are that. You are this. You are this. You are the expression of this giant symphony. And it doesn't have to be another way. Anyway, with 3 ways that mindfulness train your attention is to engage in this moment right here, right now, to focus on one thing at a time with that monotasking once again, and to be more aware of your interior experience. So you know what you're feeling when you're feeling it. You're tuned into your intuition when it raises its head or taps you on the shoulder. You know what your internal guidance system says, or your PGS, personal guidance system. So as I said, mindfulness meditation is a great way to train you to do all of these, to engage in the moment, be self-aware, and the monotask. So today, I thought we could start with a mindful body awareness, and then we'll follow it up with what's called the Soul Awakening Prayer or Practice by James O'Day. Now, let me preface that a little bit, and then we'll get started. But so in ancient traditions, if you've ever read the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, there are practices in there that help to establish more expanded ways of being. They're called, obviously, the Yoga Sutras are sutras. It's a whole set of over 200 sutras, or around 200 sutras, which are simply words, phrases that signal you to remember a body of knowledge. So some of them are what are called cities. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but think of it as intention. And some of you know there are many ways to use intention in meditation. One way I like to do it is at the end of a meditation. It's almost as if the internal waters of your fluctuations of your thoughts start to become less and less active, and it's like a clear pond. And I like to toss intentions into that clarity of your pure consciousness. And it's so simple, you don't have to even know what I'm talking about right now. It's simply repeating a phrase a few times. So we're going to be using the phrases of James O'Day's as sutras, like pebbles in a still pond, at the end of our body scan practice. Now, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that I often talk about the 5 essentials to meditation. So I'll just go over them quickly. It's okay if you get distracted in meditation. Your job is to come back again and again to the focus. It's totally fine. And that's really the meditation muscle, is noticing when you've drifted away and come back like this. Secondly, be kind to yourself in there. Do not spend any bandwidth of your attention judging yourself, beating yourself up, or deciding whether you're doing a good or bad job. Remember, mindful attention is refraining from judgment. Third, let go of expectations. Some of you have been with me for a year or more, and every meditation is different, as you probably noticed, depending on what's going on in your world, in the environment, and in your mind. And so we're going to just welcome everything and resist nothing. Number 4, don't try to have a certain experience. Don't try to be spiritual or happy if you're feeling emotional or sad. Don't try to do something to make yourself a different way other than the way you are. Meditation is going to cultivate who you already are. It's just going to let you shine more. So you don't have to apply some sort of something. Instead, it's more wiping away what doesn't necessarily belong. And lastly, let's stick with the whole practice. We're going to do about 20 minutes, and I'll keep track of the time here. Thank you for joining me. I see so many of you coming here from all across the country and the world, and it's such an honor to be able to be here with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get comfortable wherever you may be. And I'll guide you into this practice. You might begin to close your eyes or lower your gaze. You can deepen your breath a little bit as you breathe in and out through your nose, a little more deeply, a little more slowly. 3 long, slow, deep breaths at your own pace. And then let your breath return to its natural rhythm and depth. And throughout this practice, you're going to be breathing naturally. Though the breath might change its space or its depth, just let it be as it is without trying to control it or regulate it. Let's begin by noticing the sounds in the environment. Welcoming the sounds that come and go. Refraining from judgment. Refraining from labeling or preferences. Simply be the awareness of the soundscape as you welcome everything and resist nothing. I'm bringing the attention now to the bodyscape. First, noticing if there are any particular emotions that are present. Refraining from labeling them, simply notice, just like you notice the sounds. And notice where maybe they express themselves in the body. Is there joy or meanness, lightheartedness or fear, sadness or love? Refraining from labeling, simply notice the inner landscape, the textures of sensation. Begin now to notice the bodyscape as you notice the sensations that are present in your head. Inviting your face to soften, your eyes to soften. Notice the space in and around your ears, and the sensations in and around your eyes. in and around your nose, and in and around your mouth. Become curious, remain kind. You might notice warmth or dryness, moisture or movement, tingles, or absolutely nothing at all. Let your awareness meet sensation. You can tuck your chin just a little bit and notice the sensation of the back of your neck as it lengthens slightly. Noticing the sensations in and around your throat. And as you lower your shoulders, let your arms hang, resting in your lap. There's no need to hold anything up. Perhaps you feel heaviness or lightness, or even sense the blood circulating in your body. You bring your attention to your hands. And if the mind wanders from this moment into another, see if you can ground it back here with the body, which is right here, right now, with the senses, which are receiving information right here, right now. You can bring your attention now to your torso. And notice whatever gentle swaying or movement is natural right here as a response to perhaps your breath or simply being alive. Feel the way the body responds to the breath. Maybe even tracking the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Softening the belly, inviting softness to your back. Tuning into your interior, exploring your inner landscape with kindness, awareness, maybe a little curiosity. And bring your attention now to the more prominent sensations of sitting, the contact point where your rear is meeting the chair or the cushion, the support underneath you. Tuning into the legs, noticing where they are in time and space. Feeling the grounded feet, the solid ground underneath them, the contact point between your feet and the ground. You can even imagine drawing your breath all the way down to your feet. And as you scan your legs from your feet to your hip joints, you can imagine breathing into them, drawing the breath into the legs, into the knees, into the hips, into the thighs. Imagine drawing your breath into your pelvis, and your rear, to your belly. You can imagine drawing your breath up your spine, into your back and shoulders. You can imagine drawing your breath into your hands and into your arms. Sensing the breath moving through your entire cranium, into your brain, in and around your eyes, even into your ears, your mouth. And again, tuning into the breath as it moves down into your windpipe and into your lungs. And even imagine it moving in and out of your heart center. And now, simply rest in awareness and be still. And as I repeat the phrases of this prayer, we'll do each one 4 times. There's 6 of them. You can offer this prayer to yourself or to anyone or everyone. The first sutra is Soul Awakening. Soul Awakening. Soul Awakening. Soul Awakening. Heart Opening. Heart Opening. Heart Opening. Heart Opening. Light Shining. Light Shining. Light Shining. Light Shining. love flowing, love flowing, love flowing, love flowing. Wounds dissolving, wounds dissolving, wounds dissolving, wounds dissolving, peace radiating, peace radiating, peace radiating, peace radiating, and keeping your eyes closed as our meditation comes to a close. You might invite some deeper breaths if you like. Tune into the body, the emotional body. Tune into the mind. Tune into the environment. You might begin to invite some movement into the body. you feel like opening your eyes, you can do that, but there's no rush at all. I'd like to bow to you for practicing with me. Bow to the love that lives through you as you. And I like to share a passage from the Radiant Sutras, which is Kashmir Shaivism, if anyone wants to know. It says, the heart of the universe pulses in all hearts. There is one who is the life in all forms. There is one who is joyful in simply existing in all bodies, as all bodies. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to the sutra practice. Sutras are stitches, like you're dropping a pebble into a still pond. And those sutras were from James O'Day. And right in the middle of my meditation, I remembered, in fact, that as I was talking about becoming in charge of your attention, right in the beginning, 3 science-backed habits of people with remarkable mental focus. That was from the Inc. article, not Forbes. And so I want to put that link in the chat because this is something we already know, but it's fun to see it in mainstream media. So I'd like to see how you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. There you go, for later. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you for joining us, and love to hear you live at some point if you'd like to join us at any time.